Hi, I'm Lucia Coppola, and I'm going to read The Bridge from Talking with Trees. Near my house, there's a bridge. It goes over a lake. It's really more like a swamp, but I like to think of it as a lake. There's some fishing there, picnics, and Sunday walkers. It's the place where my children learned to ride bikes, fly kites, and skid pebbles across the water's surface. It's a place to do nothing. The legend is that a lady once lived in this lake. She had a magic sword which she gave to a man passing by. He carried both the sword and the lady far away with him, and during that time she learned to walk. Being a creature of the lake, at first she could only just swim, and the walking came slowly with time. One day, when they'd gone far away, the man disappeared. By then, the lady had forgotten how to swim and got stuck on land. Also by then, she had children who were born with feet, but not fins. It seems that now, several years later, she crosses the bridge regularly, but always by night, as the crossing over is perilous and the day filled with 1,000 other things to be done. She knows it's better after sunset, when no one can see her, and with a lantern because of all the fog at night. The real difficulty is that, having forgotten how to swim, should she fall into the lake, she may drown. She prefers to go by night and believes that if she had to, she would somehow fly. So deep is her conviction that the vestiges of her fins have become tiny wings, but only by night. She doesn't give much thought to the risk she takes by doing what she does. She crosses the bridge to gather food for her family. Not the food that we eat, but all of what else we need to stay alive. She digs down in silt and mud, scratches roots for dance and tunes, words, and sometimes flowers that appear in clusters with the moon when she arrives with haste to survive, and forages for what she holds dear, with neither time to tarry nor even to feel fear. She carries her lantern, wears warm clothes, and keeps a sharp eye all around her. Should she need to, she will fly. She has no choice, as there is only the bridge, her feet, and something like wings. Nobody's ever seen her there, but the legend has yielded much speculation on the part of the townspeople. Occasionally we talk about her by the lake, with the bridge on days when there's nothing to do. We talk about the Lady of the Lake and also the dangers of the forest. We say she knows more about these things than she'd ever be willing to tell any of us for fear of being called mad. After all, she was the one that had the sword to begin with. We talk about how, although she now shops for groceries at the supermarket like the rest of us, she continues to cross over the bridge by night. Some people even make jokes about her falling into the lake, with the fire department rescue team fishing her out at dawn. I've noticed they tend not to think of the Lady of the Lake in terms of her magic, but more as an oddity, a weirdo, flailing her arms about, gasping for breath, torn up clothes and hair embedded with slime. The joking always seems to appear as proof that the magic of our dreams is somehow a threat, and that we're probably better off sitting at home at night, not asking too many questions, in front of the TV. But there are some of us that find comfort in the thought that should the bridge fall down, she might be our only last hope, with those wings that she seems to have managed somehow to invent. We talk about the prospect of having feet and fins and wings ourselves, about the importance of not forgetting how to swim, about how we too once crawled out of the slime. We consider the possibility that with human evolution, bridges may one day become obsolete. And we talk about how we may feel on that day in this world by the lake, with no lady to help us and no bridge to cross over.